Hello, this is Patrick Botticelli with Colonial Airstream in Lakewood, New Jersey. Today I want to show you a 2009 Airstream International Signature Series 19C Bambi. 19C is the floor plan. 19 foot 2 inches is from the center of the ball up front to the very back bumper. This trailer was manufactured in 2008-2009 model. So a trailer that's 8 years old, they do hold up extremely well. It's got the solar stone guards in the front. Middle section lifts up to gain access to the window, which opens from behind. Has the heavy duty stainless steel wrap protectors up front. Wrap protectors on our hinge. And there's 3 nuts you can remove to swing them out and clean leaves and debris out from behind. Little rock chips here on the aluminum body, a little bit of corrosion underneath them. A little bit of corrosion around the marker lights where the dissimilar metals touched each other in that corner there. International aluminum medallion. LED running lights. Aluminum grab handle. Single entry step. There's an outside GFCI protected electrical outlet. Heavy duty cast aluminum hinges on the entry door. You can see the extruded aluminum structure of the entry door here. Thor is the parent company of Airstream since 1981. Thor has actually created to purchase Airstream and save them from Beatrice Foods, who owned them prior. There's a refrigerator ventilation system. It's actually a switch inside that you could turn the fan on or off, which is thermostatically controlled. It has Goodyear Marathon 225/75R 15-inch load range D tires. We recommend changing your tires for 5 years from the date, the DOT date on the tires. So these tires were manufactured the 13th week of 2013. Exterior, wash it like a car, and we recommend washing it several times throughout the year. Get the bugs off the front when you're done towing, and do a Walbernized wax once or twice a year. This is the Atwood aluminum tank, water heater, 6-gallon reservoir. This is a gas, and it's a 12-volt DSI spark ignition. It's got a fast recovery. Bottom here is the drain plug, pressure relief valve. Don't store any items inside this compartment here. Well, it's all controlled from inside the trailer. Underneath the trailer, we have stabilizer jacks, all 4 corners. The whole entire underbelly of the trailer is completely wrapped in aluminum and insulated. Check your lug nut torque before you go on any trips. Check your tire pressure. 65 psi is your recommended tire pressure. And if you ever remove the tire, make sure you retorque the lug nuts every 10, 25, and 50 miles. Clean and adjust the brakes every time you repack the wheel bearings, which is suggested every 3,000 to 5,000 miles or once a year. This has extruded aluminum belt line protection on the trailer. Zip-D awning. This awning was actually replaced 2 years ago. So it's all new arms and structure. It was actually left out in unexpected heavy winds and came off the trailer, so it was replaced. It's all sunbrella material wrapped up in aluminum protected. This here, the approach angle of the trailer, something, maybe a curb hit the bottom here, which causes to flex up temporarily and give you a little buckle on the body. Little tiny nicks on the trailer. Cast aluminum taillight housing with LED lights. There's the rear trunk compartment, which is lockable, insulated, weather sealed, and also has a light inside. Stick the key in, spin it around. This trailer includes a Reese weight distribution kit. These 750-pound bars. It's the head unit we're looking at here with the ball and the weight distribution bars. Here's the back's trunk area. It's diamond plated. There's access for your low point drains, and the customer added extra insulation to the aluminum interior skin in the storage compartments. License plate bracket. Rear bumper storage. Now, this trailer was not cleaned yet, just came in, so it still needs to be detailed. It's the cast aluminum taillight housing. This actually, this trim ring, you could see where it touched right there, here, and here. The new trailers have gaskets that separate the rings from the housing, so you won't get that corrosion in those areas. There's a little nick here, a ding, about the size of a thumb. A couple little surface scratches here. There's your cable and telephone connection on the outside of the trailer if you want to plug into a campground's cable and telephone connection. This is your 30 amp detachable Rainco power cord connection, 25-foot power cord. Has a city water connection with water pressure regulator built right in. It has a black tank flush. After you empty your black and gray tanks, pulling these handles straight out, twist the cap off, snap on your waste hose. Actually, you have the waste hose on first, then pull your black tank first. That will discharge all the toilet waste. Close it, open up your gray tank. That will bring your sink and shower waste through the hose to clean it out. When you're all done, packed up, you can hook up a garden hose to this connection here where it says sewer flusher. Sewer valve must be open when using this inlet. So that means this handle here has to be open. Hook up a garden hose, turn it on. Inside the tank, it'll flush out the residue. There's an outside light here that lights and illuminates up this dump station. This trailer has cooktop ventilation. When you turn your cooktop, this vent will open by the fan in the range hood. There's little clips to keep it shut when it's in storage. Have a utility shower, has hot and cold water outside. Has a waste hose storage tube, so when you're done with the waste hose, you can slide it right into this tube here. Has your furnace exhaust. You have a 24-gallon freshwater tank. Take the cap off, stick the hose in. When it's filled, it will relieve out of the air tube. And inside the trailer, underneath the dinette, lift up the cushion, and there's a low point drain for it. This is VIN plate with tire information and tire pressure. These are the hitch saddles for the Reese weight distribution kit. Previous owner added a port on the side of the battery box for a portable solar panel. The batteries were upgraded to Lifeline Group 24 series, the GPL-24T batteries in parallel. It's essential if you're doing solar. Has aluminum bottle cover inside. There's two 30-pound propane tanks with manual switchover. If you do have both bottles on and both sides bled out, it will automatically switch over. Electric hitch jack to raise and lower the height of the trailer. The head assembly was replaced recently. It's got a light to illuminate outside. You can calibrate and tighten the little screws and keep the bubble in the middle once the trailer is fully level. And then from that point forward, you'll be close to level if you look and see the little bubble in the middle. This also comes off and you can manually crank the trailer up and down by hand with the tool that came with the jack. Trailer breakaway cable, coupler, slide it forward, lift up. It's a 2 5/16 inch ball. And it has 11,000 pound safety chains, which you can twist and crisscross so they don't drag on the ground. And he put the fastway foot on, so basically once you hook it up to your vehicle and you lift the electric hitch jack up, this will kick up like a kickstand. Underneath the trailer, there's a full-size spare tire and steel wheel and a little carrier. Just pull this little clip out, pin out, slide this one across, the arm drops down, you can get to the tire. Make sure you always check your tire pressure on your spare as well before you go on your trips. Up top, we have your radio antenna, newer fantastic fan, and this has two 60-watt solar panels. Has a crank up wine guard antenna, 13,500 BTU air conditioning, your vent stack for your gray and black tanks, and all the way in the back there's another fantastic fan and a bathroom fan. Heavy duty deadbolt, main door lock, door's been open hundreds of times. Think about how many times the customer opened and closed this door. And it closes excellent every time. Like a bank vault. Has extruded aluminum gutter rail over the top. Porch light on the International series. Screen door detaches from the main door. Catch has got 6 rivets on each stainless steel hinge. Inside of the door is finished with aluminum riveted. Got extruded aluminum frame around the window. And there's a little catch to keep the door from flying around on a windy day. Inside the trailer we have your battery disconnect switch. We're going to turn the batteries on. There's actually some lights already on, so this would help store the battery to prevent drain, but it is recommended to turn off all your lights individually before you hit the battery disconnect. Inside the trailer we have a mixture of halogen lights and LED lights. Signal lights are operated by a switch. Cabinet light is the backlighting inside the cabinet, and porch light is the light over the entry door. There's a little bumper over the entry door here. Has an Airstream in it. Curtains for the panoramic window. Lighting underneath the cabinet for spotlighting over the dinette. There's also speakers in the roof locker. An AM, FM, CD, DVD player with detachable face. That's hooked up to the television here. Got a remote control here, velcroed to the wall. TV's been upgraded since the original one they used in 2009. It's also on an articulating bracket. So you can swing it around and see it from the bedroom or while sitting at the dinette. Just make sure this is strapped in before you ever tow the trailer. You don't want this TV flying around. Nice and tight. There's some storage behind here. Previous owner upgraded the fantastic vent in the Galley to the remote control. And this one does have the rain sensor built into it, as you can see here, the sticker. This also has a quick release screen So you could pop the screen off without having to take screwdriver out, and you can clean the blades off. Got a pantry here. You can see where the cans and bottles and all the labels moved around and made some marks. That should all clean up relatively good. There's a refrigerator fan switch, magazine / shoe storage, fire extinguisher, storage by the entry door. There's also a drawer underneath the dinette and a subwoofer up against the front wall. These models originally came with a CD changer, which are obsolete. Can't even buy a replacement anymore. You have your audio in if you want to hook in audio jacks into the stereo. There's also an auxiliary in the front of the stereo. And this had a speaker select switch. So in means all the speakers inside the trailer. Out means and whatever's plugged into line out. And both is a combination of inside speakers and whatever's plugged into line out. So sometimes people do wireless speaker systems. You plug that wireless module into the line out. Smoke detector. Make sure you change your batteries every 6 months, just like you would in your home. Another roof locker with individual lighting control here. Get your sink light and your cabinet light. Sink light is LED. Cabinet lights are halogen. Previous owner did upgrade some of the lights, not all of them. You have halogen lights over the cooktop. Cooktop ventilation system. Make sure that vent is open on the outside. 300 burner cooktop with cover, range cover. You just select which burner you would like on. Spin it to light high. I believe the propane's actually shut off. Inside the oven, doesn't look like it was used much. There's a procedure. We'd show you in an orientation class on how to light the pilot. You have 2 drawers. These are metal box drawers. And they're 3/4 extension. New trailers have a full extension. There's storage underneath the kitchen sink. Has detachable hinges. They're also adjustable. Furnace has a thermostat control in the bedroom and a propane leak detector. This monitors the air quality in the trailer. If you do have a propane leak, that alarm will go off. Has ocean air roller shades here. And the 18-inch stacked window. Stacked window means there's a porthole underneath it. And then the rear emergency exit window. This has the LK designer faucet with pull-out. Little cover for the sink. Systems monitor is the micropulse monitor. I do have a separate video on this system and explains how that works. Also has your water pump switch that gives you water pressure off your freshwater tank on demand. So it will pressurize the system, and every time it sees a drop in pressure when you turn on a faucet, it will kick the pump back on. This is the ZAMP solar controller. This is a 30 amp controller. Battery charger. This is a battery converter charger. Converts AC to DC, charges the batteries, houses your breakers, which are all labeled, and your 12-volt fuses. Converts AC to DC, charges the battery. There's a battery charger built in underneath, which has an automatic fan that will kick on to cool the charger down. Refrigerator. This is a Dometic 4 cubic foot automatic 2-way with freezer up top. Automatic 2-way just means it runs on 2 different sources. It's gas or electric. When you turn the system on, it will check to see if we're plugged into electricity or not. It knows we're not plugged into electricity, so it's automatically going to try to switch to gas, which I do not have the gas on at this time. So it will then eventually see a non-ignition, and the check light will come on and stay on. You can also manually override it, so it just stays on gas. This little flap lifts up, blocks this section off because you could pull this accordion privacy door across, and this area in the back will be separate from the area in the front. There's also storage below the refrigerator, storage below the bed. This has the foam mattress. This is about a 7-inch thick mattress. The brand new Airstream trailer is a little bit thicker, and it's also a pillow top memory foam. Previous owner upgraded the trailer, and they added a Vista View window to the top here. This was done at the Airstream factory. This little shade here, you can close it off, but it adds a lot more light to the bedroom. This has the original fantastic fan in bedroom. It has a thermostat, rain sensor, motorized lid, which you can raise and lower the height of the lid, and variable speed control. You can also disable the fan blade, not have that spin, but have the lid motorized open and close when it rains, or off your button here. Carbon monoxide detector in the bedroom, overhead roof locker with lights, a little spotlight over the bed, 2 more speakers, remote controls here for the television and the stereo system on the wall. Oh, another Ocean Air roller shade. These are original decor pillows. This is a cilantro interior decor. Little vanity sink. Electrical outlet, GFCI protected. Water heater control when you flip the switch. It ignites the water heater off of propane. It will try several times, and if you do not have propane, it will shut off automatically, and the red light will come on and stay on. Different lighting control. You have your ceiling light control. You have your cabinet light. And you also have your vanity light. When you turn on the vanity light, it also controls the lights inside the bathroom. In the bathroom, we have a stacked window here for behind the toilet. This does have the porcelain toilet bowl with separate sprayer. All controlled off the foot pedal here off to the side. 2-piece fiberglass enclosure for the shower. Diverter here on the side. Shower wand's detachable and pausable. Has the roll-away shower door. This shower door is great. We've been using this for many, many years. We rarely ever have to replace them. I know it might seem a little flimsy, but they're very durable and robust. It has a squeegee built into it, so when you roll it back, all the water that's on the inside of the shower door will squeegee off and roll down the drain. We have a bathroom fan. You push up, push the button. This will provide ventilation when you're in the shower for stale air. And there's also a towel bar on the back side of the bathroom door. The floor is in great shape, a little bit discolored from 8 years of use. There's no foul odors inside. Smells pretty neutral. Air conditioning system, 13,500 BTU air conditioning with electric heat pump. You want to slide these little filters out from time to time to clean them. A lot of lint will get stuck in here. You have your air control in the front and rear, as well as you could dump air straight down. You also have side vents here to channel air out the sides. And it's all controlled from a thermostat in the bedroom. There's your comfort control center. The new trailers have a comfort control center too, which is a newer revision of this. You could change from heat pump, air conditioning, furnace, or just fan only. And there's only one zone in this trailer. With the on-off switches in the bottom, you could change your zones. Your modes here. And you can also change your temperature and then the fan speed on the air conditioning or heat pump. So vanity storage up top here as well. And in the wardrobe, customer added some more insulation here on the back wall. This is the tool to operate the awning. LED light inside the wardrobe. Trailer's in great shape. I'd give it an 8 on the interior out of 10 and an 8 on the exterior out of 10. So for all the use that it's had and all the years out in elements, it's held up extremely well. Dinette cushions move out of the way. Gives you access to lift up this back cushion And there's an access hatch here for the water pump, as well as the water tank and some low point drains. Previous owner did add some more insulation. They did a little bit of cold weather camping, so they did some extra preparation to give them a better threshold protection against freezing for their crucial water areas. This trailer's in great shape. This will be fully certified. We guarantee that everything is in working order. We'll detail it as best as we possibly can to meet our customers' high expectations. And we give a full orientation class where we show you how everything works inside and out, hands-on with a technician, prove to you that everything's in working order, set the hitch system up to your tow vehicle, and provide tech support for the lifetime that you own the trailer. This is Patrick with Colonial Airstream, Lakewood, New Jersey. Telephone number here is 1-800-265-9019. Our website is www.colonialairstream.com. You'll see this trailer on the website, but any used trailer in this year range, they do sell very quickly, so call us soon.